We are out having fun again. We're going to a place called Alcatraz. Like Alcatraz, but with an O. You will see what we get up to very soon. And there's the Grands, and here's Dahlia.
Hiya.
And if you're ever in Brighton, there's a bit of a lovely art gallery going on the beach. I can't really show you much, but we did like this one. And there's the old pier I actually saw burned down when I lived near a town. Very sad. Show you a few more pictures. This is lovely for an art gallery. Alcatraz, what have we in store for us?
There's the rules. Yeah, throwing, touching, you know, also like myself, I'm a professional, as are the people inside. You know, we're here to have a good time, so are you. So just don't act like a heathen, throwing things, calling names, playing grab hands, stuff like that, because then we'll have to get the real guy involved if there's a real problem.
We'll do our best to accommodate as soon as possible. Do you have any questions? I was presuming as much as happy to show you. What's with the box? No more. Welcome to Alcatraz. Follow me, please.
I think I got 10 years for my crimes.
Stop! Line up against the wall! Right, inmates. This is how we confuse inmates so they don't know where they're going. Pick up your stuff.
Rule number 2. Please do not, and I cannot overstate this, please do not attempt to use the toilets in your cells.
True, that's a bad idea.
They have been, shall we say, decommissioned due to last week's incompetence when one clever inmate thought it might be wise to tunnel his way to freedom through the sewage system. No wacky tobacco, no jazz cigarettes, no marijuana, no Peruvian marching powder. Do I make myself clear? I said, do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir!
And you, anyone caught breaking the rules, will spend some time in the hall.
Here we are, Dahlia.
Hilarious.
Prison meal. What did you have for your last supper? What did you ask for?
Spaghetti.
I asked for lobster and champagne. How positively ab-fab.
Are you a journalist? Are you a journalist?
Yeah. Absolutely. What do you want?
I want a phone call.
You want a phone call?
I want to phone my mum.
Right. After my disgusting behaviour last night, Dahlia was probably a bit better behaved than me, but not totally. God, we had fun. God, I have a hangover. We are now in Eastbourne again at the Towner Gallery to see an early David Hockney exhibition. Come with us. In the shade, that's better. Look there, but that is the Royal Pavilion. We are here late because something's happened to the seafront traffic wise to see Queen Victoria's apartment. Socially distancing, of course. Dinner is served. How's this for a sumptuous table? It's blowing a absolute hoolie out there today. They're calling it like autumnal gales, but it's still very warm. So I'm doing the intro to where I'm going inside the safety of my house. I'll show you the winds in a minute. And I'm going by bus to Eastbourne, which you've seen before. It's my second visit in a week. This time not going to an art exhibition, going out for a lovely lunch to meet another friend. God knows if I'll get there, if I'll get back, if there'll be trees blown down. Anyway, I haven't heard of any disruption, but I will show you the view when it's interesting from the top of the bus, swaying. I forgot to say that the reason my hair's all tied up like this is obviously because of the wind. I can't even put my usual quiff up because it would just get blown to pieces. Right, have a look at the garden and how I've had to put everything in the house. Don't know what my sunbed's doing over there, but the wind's blown it. So I brought in all the oh no! Oh, I brought it in, I hope. There's a seagull missing that was there. There he is. Thank God I brought him in. Everything gets just thrown around the garden. Bills, but because it's still sunny, we're going outside. There's a market in Eastbourne. I'm very excited. Look, a proper market. Mary and I are completely made up. Actually, they're closing now. There's Mary. Well, I'm doing a bit of walking and talking. I can't believe that I've actually been to Eastbourne more. I'm doing handheld. It's not really that much better, is it? Anyway, I've been to Eastbourne. I'm trying to get my arms out. Now you see, I need a really long tripod. Oh, the problems with being a vlogger, or whatever you call somebody my age doing vlogs. Anyway, yes, I know you like me being natural, so I'm hardly editing anything anymore. Might as well just do them live. As I was saying, I can't believe that I've been to Eastbourne. It's something to do with this lockdown and not being able to go abroad and doing staycations. I've been more in the last 6 months than I have in the last 10 years. So nice to have discovered a new city. But even more exciting for me is that I used to live in Hove in Brighton, which is that way. I'm pointing way west. Eastbourne is way east, and I'm right in the middle in Saltdean. And Hove, actually, as it's called, is way west, and you have to go through the centre of Brighton. But of course, because so many people aren't back at work, up to recently, of course, summer days, forget it, horrendous. But up to recently, the roads have been nice and clear. So I've been scooting back and forth to Eastbourne, back and forth to Hove, back and forth all over the place. So I just popped in. I'll show you a little bit of footage. I popped in to see a dear friend of mine who does sculptures, and she took me to this lady's house. I call it a house. It's actually a flat in these enormous houses right on the seafront. And she's been allowed to keep her sculptures there. So I went to have a look, and weirdly, well, as you'll see, I nearly bought a flat there. And well, it's so gorgeous. I think if I ever need to downsize, that's the place for me. But of course, I have to have a garden. I looked at a flat on the far right here, and now my friends brought me to see lots of sculptures in this amazing house and garden. Just look at this gorgeous garden. This is right on the beach. I'll show you when we leave. There she is. Behind that gate is the sea. Oh, I think I would move back to Hove if I could find somewhere like this. So what do you think of a little tiny bit of Hove actually walking distance to the centre of Brighton? So that would do me very nicely one day if I can afford it. And I want to downsize. Obviously, it's not going to be as quiet, is it? It's loads of flats. Anyway, chaps, as you can see, chaps and chapesses, I'm in front of my ever-present bookshelves. Now, somebody asked me if I would share what's on my shelves. Well, the thing is, my eyes aren't as good as they used to be, and I love podcasts. So I've gone over to audiobooks, and I can't really share them with you because they're on this phone. But I have listened to about, oh God, again, the first couple of months of lockdown, I think I must have listened to more books, 4 or 5 books, more than I've read in a whole year. And my favourites were, and I'm going to have to remember, I'll have to come back to you on that one. I'll have to look them up. What was it? The Dutch House. Oh, yes, of course. Now a TV series, which I can't watch because I had all the characters in my mind and they all look different. Little Fires Everywhere. That was one of my very, very favourite audiobooks. And the other one was The Dutch House. Does that ring a bell with anyone? I'll have a look and see if I can slip a picture of it in. I hope I'm not calling it the wrong name. So I will show you what's on my shelves now and come back to you at the end. So starting at the bottom, well, as you can see, how old-fashioned, they're all reference books and recipe books. And you do everything online. So one day when I move, I think those will all go. And look at these, pathetic. Oh, My Lonely Planet guidebooks, which I love because they're all neat and in a row. Actually, that's a good one, London. And there's a really good one somewhere on Amsterdam and walks there. But, you know, unless they're really tiny, I do prefer everything online. Now, these, I did a master's called The Body. Oh, God, do you know, I can't even remember the name of my own degree, for goodness sake. Mind, Body, Eastern, Western Perspective. So that there's a lot of reading matter that I needed for that. So this is all important stuff. Look, medical dictionary. Also, there's an awful lot of reference books for my nutrition course. So this is all, look, the China Study. I put, that's the best book ever. Staying Healthy with Nutrition. Oh my goodness, if you buy one book, it's that. I don't know how up to date it is though. Dog training, you see, so it's all, I can't sort of throw them out because, Patrick Holford, one of my favourite authors, really, really knows his stuff. So, yeah, mostly, I'm afraid, non-fiction. stuff that I just can't. I do declutter very often, but these are books I'm fond of. Now, the most exciting part for me is these are my books. That's the first book I wrote, called 48 Hours to a Healthier Life. Oh, watch the focus. See, look, and that's in, I can't remember. Somebody would tell me it's either in Chinese or Japanese. I think it's Chinese. So I got a copy of that, and I think there is another one somewhere. I'll show you. Oh, anyway. Oh, look, first aid, very important. I've even got the Bible up there. I've got every book I could possibly think I might need. Anyway, these are my books, these pretty blue ones. Isn't that typical of my colour? So that's my latest book, Alternative Aging. You know why. There's no alternative, girls. We're just going to age beautifully. That you can buy, Amazon, anywhere. I think practically anywhere in the world on Amazon. Make sure it's the blue cover though, and not the old one, because the old one was much bigger, and it's not in this one that I re-edited and rewrote a year ago. Is far more up to date and has all new stuff in it on fasting, etc. And these are, well, there's a biography. I mean, again, I've done it all according to the colours. And here, see, the very, very few novels, because I usually read them. There's a couple. I read them and then get rid of them, pass them on, recycle, because I don't read books again. But because I'm published by Penguin, I'm very fond of my ancient Penguin books. Those are about 40 years old. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to tread on the dog now. Wind out, Jack. My little collection of books that I never look at and never read. Anyone else got the same problem? But don't they look pretty all colour-coded? Oh, and those masks down there are from Bali. Quite amazing, aren't they? They're about 30 years old. Okay, that's it, folks. That wasn't very exciting, was it, really? Mostly useful books rather than fiction, but I do love fiction. I'm actually finding it really, really, really hard to get into non-fiction books at the moment. I find I get bored really quickly. So back to the fiction. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my sort of end of summer vlog. I feel this might be the end of summer. So I'll try and do more useful stuff. If it's not once a fortnight, it would definitely be once a month. Susie's monthly mutterings, I might call it. I've been asked to do something on how to dress for your shape. So I'm going to try and get together with a friend who's a stylist, who's an expert in these matters. I've got lots to do. I'm going up to London. So there'll be, for the first time in 6 months. So keep an eye out. Do sign up for the newsletter or subscribe here on this channel. And then you'll know when I next appear with my mutterings. And let me know what you want me to share with you. Always open to suggestions. See you very soon. Oh, and take care and stay safe and stay sane.